to the 30-day challenge. This is Laura from Regna Fitness. I'm going to walk you through step by step for your first week of all the exercises. All you're going to need to do is have a mat or a soft surface such as a carpet. If you have any further questions, please feel free to email me at laura@lauraregnafitness.com. Lengthen your arm from your fingertips down to your shoulders. Find length from your hip down to your toes. Think about your abdominal muscles drawing in towards the spine and find your balance and breath. Switching sides. Tabletop spine, head and neck are aligned with the rest of your spine as well. So start to engage your abdominal muscles, drawing them in. Begin to bend the knees and draw the hips backwards. Weight should be in the heels of the feet. Allow the arms to float forward, shoulder distance apart. Begin to draw in the abs again and squeeze the glutes as you rise up and come to standing. Repeat it. Bring your hands together in front of your body. Again, repeat the squat, but this time stay down. So you're going to lead again with the hips, drawing in the abs and weights in the heels. While you're down here to the furthest point that you can squat without lifting your heels or your toes, begin to twist from right to left. Make sure that you're not moving your knees or your pelvis or your hips. Engaging the abdominal muscles, so you're really focusing on the obliques here and paying attention to your body as your legs will be working hard as well. When you're done with your twisting, again, start to squeeze the glutes, engage the abs as well, and come to standing. Begin to lift the knee up about 90 degrees and the arm, opposite arm as well. So we're marching here, so this is very slow. You want to march as fast as you can and whatever you can handle. Putting at least hip distance apart. Start by stepping forward with one foot. Step about 4 feet ahead. Bend both knees so they're both in 90-degree angle. Make sure your head and your tail have a nice connection. Most often I see too much leaning forward, so you want to be directly down the center so both legs get the work. Then press back to center. Same thing, left side. And press back. So it'll look like this in real time. Start on all fours for your push-ups. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. They can go a little wider if you feel that's necessary. So I may take a bigger grip. Start to extend the legs one at a time into a plank position, and then we start our push-ups from here. Keep a long spine. You go down and all the way up. One more time, and down and up, and you'll repeat many more. Start on all fours, and for the modified push-up, bring your knees backwards more than the hips. Press your hips forward towards the mat. So you're in a diagonal line from your head all the way to your tailbone. Hands can be shoulder distance apart or a little wider. And then from this position, the body goes down again, down to the floor and all the way up. Repeat it. So you're going to repeat the marching for a second time. And again, move the legs as quick as possible. So demonstrating what I would be doing. If you like to do a light jog, that's also another great option. The reverse crunches on your back with your hands rested down on the mat by your sides. Then pay attention to your belly button, draw it in towards the mat. Make sure there's no space between you and the mat. Then you begin to lower the legs down towards the floor. Continue to make sure your lower back does not lift. Using your abdominal muscles very strongly. If you need to go a little bit smaller because your lower back is lifting, just change your range of motion. You're still going to get the strong ab exercise. Starting on your back, put your hands behind your head. Then again, check your abdominals. Make sure they're drawing in and down towards the floor. Then begin to lift the neck and the shoulders at the same time for the crunch. You come up and down, and they're small. So now you're at the cool down section. You're going to first start at mountain pose, which is just checking your whole alignment. You want to have a nice strong line from the head to the hips, all the way down to the floor. And most often I see a lot of rounding in the shoulders, either forward or back, or sometimes I see the pelvis way too far back. We want to feel a nice long line in the body before we begin to stretch. Then lift the arms up for a nice side stretch. Grab a hold of a wrist. I have my left one first, then I'm going to tilt and side stretch to the right. Again, you're going to hold these positions for 30 seconds or more. And just to show you the other side, grab the other wrist and give yourself a little side bend to the left here. Good. And for your hamstrings, you're going to take your arms from up, and then you're going to reach all the way down, stretching towards the floor, getting the back of the legs a nice stretch after all of that work. If you have really tight hamstrings, you're going to go maybe as wide as your mat or maybe even wider. And the other thing you may have to do is bend your knees, and that's all good as long as you're feeling it in the back of the legs. Relax the head and neck. You might even soften the elbows. And then when you're done, you can either heel toe it back into center or keep it nice and wide if you feel comfortable. And then just roll up through the spine slowly and finish your stretching. Well, you've successfully finished your first routine of week 1. If you have any further questions, please email me at laura@lauraregnafitness.com. Thanks and have a great week.